Okay. I always start an episode by saying alright, so we'll go lag. That's how we'll start this episode. So I was looking for a shop, I didn't find one. There might be a dude in there, but we're gonna look around. Alrighty, Roo. Gonna look over to this objective. I actually really like this part of the game. I think with Detroit, I have a little bit of an inclination to want to get through that first section. It's like the first section in a lot of games. It's like the start of Skyrim. I can do blindfolded, then the jumping over Alduin's head when he bursts through that tower. And arguably the same as Oblivion. I've been really thinking about replaying Oblivion. And it very well may be that I collect a series of mods for Oblivion and do a replay through for this channel. And it's funny to say that, like, because at this point in time, there's nobody watching this video, really. And that's okay with me. I have no expectations of anyone, like, giving a shit. I think that's a mistake that a lot of people make, because they just, like, appear out of nowhere, and then they expect the entire world to care. And there are definitely people who have the ability to do that. But I'm an author. I love creating and writing and putting out published work in that sense. That's where a lot of my pride, I guess, would be. But for playing video games, I don't play video games anything like I write. I'd probably attract a completely different group of people. I just figured, why not play games that I like? It's an excuse to do things like play Oblivion Super Modded, and then stop talking between loading screens. Alright. Yeah, I've come to believe that the game is just lagging for its own reasons. I played a lot of other games lately, and I practiced recording on them just to see. And that doesn't really occur for those games. Even things that I would kind of expect it to. Now, I haven't really pushed it with something crazy graphically demanding. Like, I wanted to play Baldur's Gate 3. And I fully expect myself to, but I need to get another SSD. I have one in the machine right now, and it could 100% fit the game. I think it's like 250 gigabytes or short of that. But I want to get a second SSD to properly handle the game. Just, I don't know. I don't even know if it's still the case in modern hardware. But I know in old HDDs and stuff like that, there was kind of a threshold where performance started to drop off after it was occupied by a certain amount of data. So, you know, you hit like 75% occupancy, and even though you're like, oh, I still got 25% of whatever's on here left, the drive just started to not function as good as it could. So you were kind of in a position where you really only ever had a certain percentage of the storage space that you were actually purchasing. I don't know if that's persisted to the modern era. It could. I've just literally never looked at it. I don't know why I've never looked at it.
Well, I need to get something in my apartment. I don't care what kind of operation
I don't even know what
is
I'm
going
doing
on.
right now. I'm doing the hacker. Oh, okay. I'm looking for the Dutchman. Okay.
Let me in immediately.
Where I need to go, there's police, so
How dare you?
they're not into me doing that.
Can get into my own home. Do you know how much money
I have a lot of abilities to get places, though, so we'll see.
All the same. You don't have an answer to an honest question.
I mean,
so
I
you
could
start to threaten.
just walk by them with invisibility. Though I feel like there's this set of ladders here that are probably more intended for the getting around purposes. So we'll do this. It's weird how places like this are almost more comforting to me than a city with an open skyline. There's something that feels like walled off and safe about something like this, where even if something was to fall down through the sky, it'd have to hit something else before it hit you. And there's an element of safety to that. It's like living in a big shell, as compared to, you know, living elsewhere. It's similar to living underground, and I find living underground really comforting. I like basements. I could be a dwarf without any concerns. That's not a state that bothers me, but I know a lot of people get angsty if they don't have the open sky, which is fine. Like, I love nature too. I don't like nature as contaminated by regular society. Like, I love going for walks, but I really, really struggle with going for walks downtown or in the city, just because it doesn't feel the same. It feels wrong.
Access granted.
It's like the crappy artificial version of the real thing. You compare walking down the street to walking on a trail in the mountains. I'm sure the exercise might be the same, but the encounters you're gonna have, the amount, you know, the volume of people and interactions you're gonna have is going to increase. And I'm not one of those people that on a trail, like, wants to smile and wave towards people. I'll do it if somebody's like, hey, good morning, good afternoon to me. I'm like, oh, hey, you know, have a good one, whatever. But it is really disingenuous for me, because I don't want to have that conversation. I don't think anything bad of anyone. I think, like, it's a good thing that they're in a place where they want to have a conversation with some other person who's enjoying the same hobby that they have. Like, they're in the right. I'm the weirdo. It's just straining on me to have a conversation, even to, like, have the pretense of an interaction. The idea of someone, like, looking at me when I don't really feel like being looked at. I'm basically like a fucking nightkin from Fallout New Vegas. I can feel their eyes. I can feel the pressure of the implication of them being aware of me. And, I don't know. I struggle with that because I'm a fucking weirdo. Like, I'm at peace with that too. It doesn't bug me. I mention it because I think self-awareness is the best way to both heal yourself and get along with other people. When you know what you need and how you interact positively with other people, you can start teaching people, you know, how to interact with you and how to be your friend and what you need and what you don't need. It's really tough for people to be your friend if you never tell them what you kind of need to get out of that. I think that's why you see a lot of relationships drift apart just slowly and casually, because they never really had the conversation of, like, why are we interacting? What are we achieving together? It could also be why a lot of people default to having romantic relationships with people whenever they have a connection, because they go, oh, okay, we get along, this is what we do. This is the solution. Okay. I'm in the other room from where I need to be. I'm just looking at random stranger's house. I really like this bathroom, though. My wife wouldn't like this bathroom. Like, the divider is pretty good. But I think... you know what? I imagine a lot of people agree with her. And that you don't want the toilet in the same room as the bathtub, because you're never really using them simultaneously unless something has gone catastrophically wrong. But if you're using one or the other, you don't really need to be in the same space as the other. So, like, if you're taking a bath, you don't want to be staring at a toilet. And then you also, like, prohibit someone from taking a shit if they also need to use the room for its other functions. So, like, little separator, even not keep the room the same size. Literally just, instead of a glass wall, have it be a full wall that connects out, door, full, like, gap so you don't have any, like, smell or sounds escape. Better bathroom, right off the bat. That's the true future, is being able to poop while someone takes a bath. Okay, I can't get out this window. I can only imagine it's not going to allow me to break the window, because there's nowhere to go even if I were to do that, so. Move the fridge out of the way. I think I'm even allowed to be here as far as I can tell. Doesn't seem like I'm in a prohibited area based on anything from the map. It usually tells you if you're like hostile area. Okay. Ew. Yeah, some stuff definitely happened here. That guy is not my friend. I don't know if I need to worry about it. Maybe I can just... Yeah. No, I want to take his stuff first. Okay, whatever. No, okay. I'm gonna properly do the thing I want to do. Call mom. Actually, a really good thing to do. I went out and had a walk with my mom recently. We are masked and stuff the whole time, make it safe. But it's still really nice this year. I haven't gone over for what feels like 2 years. It's, I don't know, been close to that. Purely because we're trying to be safe, and she works with vulnerable peoples, and even though she's vaccinated at this point in time, we've just been trying to play it safe, because it's more of a what you put into the universe thing, too. The more you're disobeying the safety advisories, the more people see that you're doing that, the more they question whether they need to do it in the first place at all. And then you have a lot of people just like, you know, the cultural zeitgeist, the energy in the air. People are pushing against things that might help them, or they're getting exhausted by things they see not being adhered to. And then no one's doing anything, sometimes even for their own benefit.
Get word to Pritchard Malik. The hacker who's been attacking us goes by the handle Windmill. Real name's Ari Van Bruggen. Belltower's been brought in to arrest him.
Arrest? Or get rid of?
Either way, he found out someone was gunning for him and took off. We need to find him.
There's a nightclub near where I dropped you called The Hive. It's notorious in black market circles. If this Dutchman is running, his first stop will be there.
I'll have a chat with the owner.
Nice. Oh yeah, I have a lot of points to level up. I just haven't really severely needed anything. I'm curious if these guys are going to give me experience if I shoot them. So we'll drop a quick save. I think we have a good shot lined up here. No, he walked, and I didn't take it in time. Here, I'll go knock out a guy and see if that... Yeah, there is some experience to be had here. I don't know if these guys necessarily deserve to die, if I'm being honest with you. Yeah, they haven't done anything to me. I'm just gonna mine them for the experience. They'll wake up a little bit confused, but that's acceptable. At least in the context of this game. Real life, being knocked out, super bad for your brain. Can't do that to other people. Can't really have it done to yourself. Overall, big no-no. But as long as we don't throw these guys around, since this game clearly prevents from any sort of neurological decay from being unconscious, these guys are fine. They're basically sleeping. And they're getting paid for it. So realistically, I'm just like helping them slack off. Beer? I don't know. I like beer. Actually, yeah, I do. I didn't always like beer. Then I went to Ireland and I learned to like beer. Not even a more complicated story than that. Like, I didn't have anything fancy. I can't even remember what I had. I just remember I ordered something on draft. I had a pint. And I was like, oh, this is excellent. I now understand beer. And that was the end of it. The entirety of me learning to appreciate the brew. This is the elevator way out. I don't know. I'll quick save. We'll see if it makes a big difference. I'm sure there's a sneaky way. Is it the elevator? No, it's probably the exact way that I came in here without getting detected. Back out through the roofs, down the fire escape, etc. That would require me to, Oh.
Jensen, figured you might want a heads up before you stroll into the hive. The owner's name is Tong Si Hung, Tong being his last name. Rumor is he's tied to the triads.
China's organized crime lords. How wonderful. Anyone else want a piece of this pie?
Ooh. Triads are neat. I don't know actually all that much about their real life structure. Oh, okay, well, I gotta reload. Okay, we're back to the elevator. That's fine. It looked like that might be an interesting way out, so I'm actually gonna try it again. Or did I go? I don't know which direction I went. I might have fucked up. We'll see. No, I was talking about the triads, and yeah, I don't know anything about them in real life, with the exception of, like, don't fuck with them.
Jensen, figured you might want a heads up before you stroll into the hive. The owner's name is Tong Si Hung, Tong being his last name. Rumor is he's tied to the triads.
China's organized crime lords. How wonderful. Anyone else want a piece of this pie?
Granted, we're in China, so I mean, doesn't surprise me that the Chinese criminal elements are a factor. Alright, is this guy gonna creep close enough for me to just take him? Come here. Ooh, you have cool armor. Come with me, sir. Cool. Yeah, I'm stuffed to the gills with crap right now. So I can't really take that rifle. Which is fine. I've settled in on the shotgun. And even after rewatching my boss fight during editing with the other guy, it doesn't look like I'll need anything else, because I had tons of ammo. I didn't even use the ammo that was available to me in the level. I more or less feel like I'll be good. And then even then, I have the pistol, which I'm upgrading a lot. I have tons of grenades, because I tend to save those for bigger fights, or when it's just thematically most appropriate in my mind for all-out violence to break out. Because there's definitely circumstances where, like, maybe you should break from the roleplay a little bit and just start shooting some people. There haven't been any emotional scenes like that right this second for me. But you never can rule it out. Alright, this guy's just security guard. Take your pistol. I'll leave you alive. I don't need to just randomly fucking kill people doing their jobs. And anyways, more experience treating them nicely, so it's kind of a win for morality and win for my character. To get experience points, which I'm not spending. I'm just a hoarder. Alright. Down, down, down. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, we'll just fall. Cool. Okay. We'll presume this doesn't lead into a villainous area. Hack, hack. Yep. Yep. Ooh, okay, I'm in here undetected. Is there anything I want? That's nice. I'll go here too. I'll grab that. Then once I get the item, I'll just take their command center thing.
Access granted.
Beauty. To the Qui-Gon district? That's my guess at the pronunciation. I'm horrible at pronunciation. I've been consuming material from other countries, entertainment, reading you know, subs and watching whatever foreign picture I can get my hands on for the longest time. I'm still awful with pronunciation. It is just, it's not my skill set. Even as a Canadian, I did French immersion and did 100% French classes, all of my courses, with the exception of language arts. The English portion was entirely in French. And even during that time, even after getting daily instruction, my brain just doesn't think in other languages very well. It's my fault, not the language's fault. But I've never found anything that really worked well enough for me to bypass that issue. I think in
Access
English,
granted.
and the restrictions of some other languages, they seem arbitrary to me. There's, you know, the male and female differentiations, or like masculine and feminine differentiations in some languages like Spanish and French. And it's all associated with how a word is being used and the context of it, and whether it's associated with like an action or not. And while those are really cool concepts, I think, you know, you process the world based on the language that you've been taught. You know, those are the mechanics and the dynamics at play, and it's how you inform your worldview. As a result, some of the things you're required to do to successfully speak and write and read and think in those languages requires you to rework how you think about the things that are around you. Like, I don't attach gender to much of anything, to be truthful, but especially when it comes to language, especially when it comes to inanimate objects and the usage of those objects. But there are definitely cases where, due to the context, how a word is, or how it's being used, is changed based on those masculine and feminine different definitions. And that's cool, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Not the type of person who is capable of that. My brain is just, all of the variables and all the things that makes English a bad language, arguably, and up for valid critique, are the things that I like about it. All the variability and, honestly, the ability to kind of morph it as you need it to be and use it more as a tool. That works for me. I don't know if this is a loading screen. Nah. Is this one? Yeah, it is. Loading screen time. Alright, we're inside. I'm just blindly following mission objectives. Not really doing a good job of explaining to any potential viewer of what is going on. Why is this happening? You just have to observe what is happening, or be enticed enough to play the game yourself. Ooh. I would never want it to come across as if I don't like the game. I love this game. And the small portions of me breezing through a few things is only because I've played it so many times, and I'm just kind of playing it how I want to play it. I'm enjoying the experience as I feel like enjoying it. Oh, okay. So maybe this is one of those cases where it's like, oh, you brought one of these cool little hacky tools. Good thing you did that. Okay. I think it's trying to get us to talk to a bartender or something right now. It'll be like, ah, you can get all this bonus information. Ah, man, I should have used on this one. I could level up. I could honestly go to level 5 hacking right now. We'll see. Level ups, augmentations, whatever we want to call it. Yeah, we could go up to level 5, and then we could drop a thing of stealth as well, and... Alright. That's what we'll do. Then everything else from here can just further solidify... No, we don't want that. We want stealth. Yeah, that'll just mean that basically once we get that last stealth, maybe another fortify, but that can be a throwaway down the road. Once we have that, we'll be pretty beefy. I don't know if I'll ever throw anything in, like, the dermal armor. Honestly, I should have considered it for the start of this playthrough and forced myself to do something completely new. But I've never done a open violence sort of playthrough. I've always...
Access denied.
Oh. I've never failed before. I'll be right back. Yeah, I got too distracted fucking talking like an idiot. Alright. I'll actually hack it this time. Hack. Alright. So there's a lot of negative things happening here. And it can blitz on us pretty quick, apparently. So... let's try and capture that. And let's just keep on going ahead. We're doing fine. It's probably the fortify that gets us caught. Okay, we're gonna do that. Take this and take that. The
Access
one...
granted.
Oh, okay. Ah, whatever, it's fine. We're in. And I should have paid greater attention to it. Am I just going around in circles? Yeah. Ah, well. I think this is ultimately where I actually want to go. Or as close to where I actually want to go as need be. I think I can knock this guy out safely. We'll stuff him in a vent. Come with me. You'll be fine, sir. Just, you're gonna have a really weird moment when you wake up.
I thought you had better manners. Don't you know to knock before entering a room?
This isn't a social call, Tom.
You bell tower boys. Always with the funny. So, what you want today?
I'm looking for a cybersecurity specialist named Van Bruggen. You know him?
Doesn't ring any bell. What'd he do? Steal something?
Let's just say he's pissed off the Dragon Queen. And so will you if she finds out you're hiding him.
Khan. You know I'd never bet on a loser. Bobby, you waste a bone and meat? You there?
Yeah, boss?
Get a message to Van Bruggen. Capsule 301, Alice Guard and Pods. Tell him, if he stick his head out, Tai Young Medical is gonna chop it off.
Malik, you were right. Tong is helping Van Bruggen. He stashed him in the Alice Garden pods.
Thought as much. A hacker who knows his way around corporate firewalls would make a valuable asset for the triads. I'm at the pods myself, Jensen. Want me to run interference?
No, don't put yourself at risk. I'm heading there now.
Cool. And now we're just gonna sneak our little way out. As if it never happened. Yeah, I'm just some guy who pops in and out of the bathroom. Take long, long shits. I live in here though, so don't worry about it. Alright. I recall there being a side quest here that I really do like, but I also recall it not being immediately available. That looks like bad news bears, so I want to see... I'm going to presume it'll blow up if I go there, but I also presume I can shoot it safely, so we're going to test. Okay. Oh. It's nothing. It's just part of an old machine. I'm overly paranoid. Cool. Yeah, they're everywhere. Obviously, I haven't had to Shoot those. Oh, there's a limb clinic.
You're referring to the Panchaea Project, the cooperative global initiative that aims at healing.
This is a good thing. Yay. I know we won't be able to sell everything actually, but we might be able to buy some more Praxis.
Lim International welcomes you. Your preferred client? Select what you want from computer.
Okay. I don't need any of this. Oh, I'm so close to being able to buy the second one. Brutal.
You're very welcome, sir.
Yeah. You could buy my stuff, but you're a pharmacy, so I understand why you don't. I don't understand why anyone buys stuff. No one really does that, unless you're a pawn shop. Ooh. Yeah. Probably should find a merchant.
Do you know where the limb clinic
Or remember where one is. Search it up. I don't live in a vacuum. Get a lass. I'll just keep on roaming. Jumping super high. Walking into the backs of stores and stealing their ammo. Then gain experience for it. I know, I am very capable. Robbing stores. Unmanned stores, too. I know folks who are business owners. They would, sooner have to sacrifice the population of a small town than leave their business and property unattended. Yeah. Okay. That's the garden pods. Can only imagine shit's gonna hit a bit of a fan there. Is there any merchants marked out for me? Nah? Alright. I'll just be a man with a lot of stuff. Carrying it around. Solving problems. Let's go. Cool. Now we're back here. You know what? It stands to reason again there very well may be a merchant here. I can't... Like, straight up, I can't remember.
Jensen, I was on my way out.
What are you doing here, Malik? I told you I got this one.
I know. I didn't do anything. Trust me. Van Bruggen's all yours.
Hang on a second. Something's wrong. What is it? Why are you here?
It's nothing. I mean, can't a girl have secrets?
I'm happy to help.
Of course, but I can tell something's bothering you. And I'm concerned. What's going on?
I just had to look into something. For a friend. She deserved better.
I'm listening.
Fine, since you're so damn curious. Years ago, I used to live here, remember? My friend, my best friend, Evelyn. She was like a sister to me. Made living here fun. But then there was an accident. She's dead.
I'm sorry, Malik.
Wait, Jensen, let me finish. I thought I was okay with it, but I know she didn't just die. She was killed. Murdered. Her damn scumbag boyfriend did it. I know he did. I knew he was trouble right from the start, but she just wouldn't listen to me.
Malik, easy. If your friend was murdered, the police would have suspected something. They would have investigated.
That's just it. There was no investigation. They said she fell down a flight of stairs like it was some kind of freak accident. But her wounds, the way she died, they don't add up. It's right here in the damn blood spatter analysis.
Blood spatter? You've seen the police report?
Yes. A friend left a copy of it in a pod here for me to pick up. Listen, I know it sounds crazy, but I think there's been a cover-up. I just have to prove it. If I could get my hands on the autopsy report, the one that never surfaced, I know I'd get the truth. Except...
Why do I suspect I'm about to get dragged into something?
Look, Jensen, I'm sorry. I know Van Bruggen is the priority here, and I told you it was my business and I could take care of it. It's just... The more I think about it, the more I realize I'm in over my head. I'm just a pilot. I'm not a damn cop. But I need to know the truth.
Oh, I will be so happy. You just had to say crappy ex-boyfriend. Like, I'm there, honey.
Okay, I'll help. What do you need me to do?
My lead, he works for Lim. He's a systems technician who apparently has access to their entire database. He's willing to hand over a copy of Evelyn's autopsy report.
So you want me to meet him and get the report? Is that it?
Yes, but he'll only respond to a certain phrase. Death and life have their determined appointments. To which he'll reply, riches and honors depend upon heaven.
Christ, Malik, this is starting to sound like something out of a bad spy movie.
I know. He's just trying to protect himself. I didn't pick the damn quote. So just play along and remember the line, okay? You'll find him inside the lobby of the Lower Hengsha Limb Clinic.
Does this guy have a name?
None that I know of. But he apparently goes by the handle Anonymous X. I know.
Anonymous X. Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, before I forget, everything concerning Evelyn's incident, newspaper articles, the police report, limb details, it's all inside pod 009 here in the hotel. You should read over everything if you can.
Pod 9. Got it.
I need to go. Contact me with any updates and... Thank you. I really appreciate this, Jensen.
No worries. If that's the case, I will deviate for this side quest and disregard the main quest for now, as is only fair.
The project which has consumed all of my attention.
It's kind of cute. I realize it's a silhouette. That's not even animated at that, but the imposition is cute to me. People making the best of the little space they have, still being together. Okay, so woman in her 20s fell, flipped, eek. The age-old classic, just push him out of a staircase. Eek. Yeah, suspect was covered in victim's blood. Alright, I've read enough. I can make a choice here. And I'm sure we'll uncover whatever indictments we need to.
Many people believe that your Arctic Ocean installation is more risky.
Just looking around. Is there... Hey man, you want to sell me stuff? Civilian. Love somebody to be able to sell me some, or let me sell them stuff. I guess I'll buy some stuff too if you have anything good, but I need money for more praxis. Just so I can feel powerful. That is truthfully my favorite part about a game like this. And it's my biggest issue with something like, even like Baldur's Gate, which I mentioned earlier. And I am... Oh, hi dude. Don't worry. I am really excited to play it. But I almost want to wait until full release. And not even for the bug fixes or anything like that. Like, that would all be nice, but it's not, for me, required. For me, the most essential thing is a lone wolf perk or an equivalent. Because I'm sure the party members are really, really awesome. And maybe I should suck it up. I probably will. But I can't deny the fact that I like to just play one person and be the hero, not the heroes. Just for my own role-playing experience purposes. Cool. Alright, we gotta go over there now. It'd be interesting to try and play this entire game without the trackers turned on. Still try and complete all the quests and go every single place, but just do it only out of your own intuition and reading and research. Could lead to a fun time. Could lead to a really annoying time.
Earth's ecosphere is in serious trouble, Eliza.
You know, it's weird that this is the only spot. I realize the hive is here. Yeah, I guess. There's just part of my brain that's like, Where is vendor?
When will we be able to see the truth?
Yet I refuse to look it up. So I'm kind of doing the no marker challenge.
If you would like to hear more
I don't
of
think
my
there are
exclusive
marker
interview
options.
with you, Darrow.
Okay. We've even picked up enough spare monies.
You need praxis software? Neuropotin? Something else? Look at computer.
Yes, ma'am. I do. I have just enough money. Thank you.
You're very welcome, sir.
Hi, dude.
Can't you see I'm busy? Go bother someone else.
That's not a way to talk to a customer, even though customers can go fuck themselves.
Death and life have their determined appointments.
What? Oh, and riches and honors depend upon heaven. Very good.
Right, what now?
Shh. They have eyes and ears everywhere. Meet me outside the clinic. Turn left from the front and go down the stairs. I'll be waiting at the corner.
Alright. I don't mind being professional. He's not incorrect, even if he's being paranoid. This is Deus Ex. The planters are listening out to you as part of the conspiracy. Alright.
It doesn't happen often, folks, but it appears that I may have to retract an earlier statement.
Left. But also boots. Oh no, that's not boots. It's skincare products? That's kind of what that looks like. A hairline of some sort. Interesting that's like out on display like that. Maybe it's really expensive.
Over here.
Hey.
Come on now. I'm relieved to know they sent a professional, at least.
That makes two of us.
Right. Well, you're not exactly what I was expecting. I was told I would be meeting a girl. How do I know you're not an imposter or some sort of double agent? Don't think I don't know this could all just be an elaborate trap to set me up.
Look, no offense, Mr. X, or whatever your name is, but I really don't have time for this. So if you could simply just give me what I came for, I'll be on my way.
Yes, yes. I have it right here. Evelyn Carmichael's autopsy report. Here, take it.
Thank you.
I trust you will put this information to good use, because accountability and justice is at an all-time low, I'm afraid. It pains me to see this once great city, which stood as a bastion for reform and progress against our oppressive communist origins, succumb to the trappings of corporate bureaucracy and petty corruption. Corruption so often typical of your Western governments.
Whatever you say. Now, if you don't mind, I really must be going.
Well, there is still the matter of my payment. 1,000 credits was the agreed-upon price, I believe. Isn't that right?
And what were you just saying about corruption?
A deal is a deal. Surely
I'll
your
have
handlers
money.
informed you of this little detail.
Ooh.
No, my handlers failed to mention this little detail. And I don't happen to have 1,000 credits on me, so you'll just have to bill me later. Hopefully the report is worth it.
Oh, I assure you it is. Whoever it was that didn't want this information given to the proper authorities paid a lot of money to have it ignored. A pity for them, LIM policy strictly prohibits deletion of records concerning operational procedures. For legal purposes, you see.
Legal, right. Nice doing business with you, X.
Alright, man. Sorry I couldn't pay you. I needed to upgrade myself. Oh, okay. There's nowhere to go. I think I have to read the thing. That's true. All that is necessary for the triumph of evil is that good men do nothing. He's a good guy. So she was choked out and severely beat up.
Malik, I just got the autopsy report. No drugs or alcohol in Evelyn's system. And her estimated time of death doesn't fit Lee's story. She did die from a head wound, but not one that matches the evidence found at the scene.
I knew it. It couldn't have been just an accident.
There's more. Evelyn was pregnant. Malik?
I'm here. We can't let him get away with this, Jensen. He's guilty. He has to be. Can you go to his apartment?
And do what?
Get proof. Get something. I'm sending you the coordinates. Contact me again when you're there.
On my way. I have no problem dealing with I mean, in this case, a murderer. It doesn't even matter that he had a relationship with the victim. Lots of people have relationships with victims, unfortunately. With their victims. Having a relationship just generically with a victim is a positive thing, or a neutral thing. It's not a bad thing. But, yeah. Ex-boyfriend, random douchebag guy. Fuck. Is this gonna help us? I need to go to the zoo, Yuzao. Is this gonna help me? Yeah. I do need to go to the Yuzhao district. So I will. Alright. Now we're here. Time to go. Oh. Hi. That's a nice little spot. You have your own coffee maker right on your desk. Fuck. And nobody else in your office. As long as that door locks pretty solid, which it looks like it did. You are, Oh, I'm sorry. Am I on the wrong side of this police line? I'm just gonna go around. Now this is gonna put me back inside the court gardens. So I'll go this way, I guess. Can I sneak out going above? I feel like I probably can. Right here. Oh, okay, that's not really a sneaky speed. Okay. Oh, okay. None of that worked. I just hurt myself. We're gonna just see if I can just walk out and be if I'm shot while doing so. Okay. They're rational police people. Okay. We'll go over here. Oh no, I don't feel like it's wants us to change district. So I'll keep on the main road. Keeping it going. Seeing what there is to see. Oh my gosh. Hi.
That's professional work.
Yeah, no, that's not what I want either. I need to find an apartment building that's like right here, I guess. I could probably... Yeah, it looks like I can connect from above. So we'll just do that. Jump up here. Jump up here. Jump up here. This is a pretty area. I could live up here and be pretty happy, honestly. Like, the rooftop gardens. Lots of access. A lot of verticality. Verticality feels like safety. Might not be the case for everyone, but for me, it definitely is. Well, this guy is supposed to be rich. Like, okay, sure, this is a nice little area. You own it all yourself. This is a very cramped city. But you'd figure for someone with money, they'd be in the overcity, as opposed to being down here in what you'd presume would be slum-type sections or sectors of the city. Okay. There's 2 things worth taking, and this is one of those command centers where you can take it over. We're gonna have to try and see how far we can get without getting detected. Looks like pretty far. To the point where, yeah, was able to get basically everything. I'll just
access granted.
Take over that. Quick save. Let's go inside. Baseball bat by the door. We'll just go ahead and put this fridge in the door. Yeah, you're not being robbed or anything when you see that. Totally normal. Okay. Fancy computer, but I can't really access it. Nothing in your closet. It's a pretty empty room, dude.
Malik, I'm inside Lee's apartment. Doesn't look like anyone's home.
Damn. Okay, look. Lee isn't smart enough to properly cover his tracks, so look around. Maybe you can find something suspicious.
His toilet works. This is suspicious.
Hey, Lee, baby. Can't wait to see you tonight. But I'm stuck at work. I know, I'm sorry. I'll make it up to you, baby. I promise. I'll meet you at the Hive, okay? Just don't get a party started without me. I want you all to myself tonight.
The Hive? I should have guessed Lee would be there. It's pretty much a second home for him.
Wait a minute, you heard that?
Sorry, Jensen. I don't like invading your privacy like this, but it's important. Plus, this gives me an idea. When you're done looking around Lee's apartment, head to the Hive. Contact me when you're there.
I'll keep looking. I'm sure there's more here.
See what's on your computer, mister. Two things worth stealing. Or, well, I guess not really stealing, but... Oh man, having the full, I don't even think I'm full stealth yet. Just having a little bit of hacking stealth, like, you're able to get so much further without running any risk of,
Access granted.
getting caught. Okay.
Malik. It looks like Hong Sr. was upset with Hong Jr.'s behavior and threatened to cut off his inheritance if he didn't stop whoring around. Sounds like he considered Evelyn beneath the family name.
And if he knew she was pregnant, I can't believe Lee would do something like that just for money.
Speaking of money, the Hong family seems heavily invested in both Bell Tower and Lim. That could explain the cover-up and lack of a proper investigation. I'll stick around a bit. I'm sure there's still more to find.
Okay.
Malik, I found a baseball bat, but it looks clean. Almost like it's been washed recently.
Maybe Lee washed Evelyn's blood off of it.
That's what I'm thinking. But I'm not sure it could inflict the type of laceration she had. I'll make one last sweep to make sure I got everything.
Don't know. Oh, yeah.
Malik, I think I got a probable murder weapon. A broken clock. The kicker is the hands line up roughly with Evelyn's TOD. Coincidence?
That's a hell of a stretch. You really think?
If Lee's as dumb as you say, maybe. We'd need lab tech analysis to confirm, but if there ever was a smoking gun, it fits. Okay, I think that's it. I'm heading to the Hive now. I doubt we'll find anything else in here without calling in a forensics team.
Sounds good.
Okay, to the Hive. Presumably, as this is where the boyfriend is hanging out. We have some praxis. I want to be able to jump off ledges. We're just gonna get that. And we'll finalize our style. Okay. Now, I'm pretty sure it just activates automatically, so I should just be able to jump off. Beautiful. Not concerned at all, right? Yeah. No one is worried about that behavior. Okay. On to the Quagon district. K1. Ooh. All right. Ooh. Okay. Just up here. That looks interesting. I'm just curious. I don't know why I climbed when I could just... Yeah. Fall with style. I'm not going to use it to go into vents all cool. What's even the purpose of having it in the first place? Hotel, the Hive. A cool little spot. Definitely looks, kind of reminds me of the, what is it? The folks who look like Nosferatu in Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. And they can't go above, they have to go through the sewers to get everywhere. That requires a rebreather. I don't have any praxis, so I can't buy the rebreather. See if there's anything interesting, or have I just gone around where I need to go? We'll see. Might have been the case, might not have been the case. Might not matter much at all. Oh no, basically put me where I want to go. I took the wrong turn. I don't know why I moved that. Okay. Back into the Hive. Dun 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 dun.
Malik, I'm in the Hive. What's your plan?
Find Lee and talk to him. I want you to convince him you know exactly what he did to Evelyn and why. If you can make him panic, I'm willing to bet he'll spill his guts. Just make it look like blackmail. If he's willing to pay to keep you quiet, he's basically tying his own noose. I'll listen in and record everything.
Got it.
Alright. Hey man.
What you want, Chrome Boy?
Is your name Lee Hong?
Yeah, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. What's it to you?
I want to talk to you about Evelyn Carmichael.
Man, it's off! I already told all you narcos all there is to say.
Relax. I'm not with the police. I work private. And you could say I specialize in cases like yours.
If you ain't police, then what the fuck you want?
A simple proposition. I have proof that shows you murdered Evelyn. And I want you to pay me 2.5 million credits to make that proof disappear.
2.5? Bullshit. You ain't got shit on me, narco. I ain't paying you shit.
I strongly suggest you reconsider.
And I strongly suggest you get the fuck out of my face. Cause unless you got your proof right here, I ain't got shit to say to you.
Alright. Let's start with the police report. I know your story doesn't match up with the evidence at the scene of Evelyn's fall.
Oh yeah? And why's that?
Because the police report itself was falsified. Why else would that be, if not to cover up a weak alibi?
Man, you gotta be kidding me. That's some weak-ass shit right there.
Not only does the evidence not add up, but neither does your testimony. You lied about why Evelyn fell down the stairs in the first place.
Yeah, you said she was drunk, but she had no alcohol in her system.
You said you'd both been drinking heavily prior to the accident, and the reason Evelyn fell was because she was drunk. We both know that isn't true.
Man, that shit was in the papers.
Now, if the evidence doesn't fit and your story was a lie, then how did Evelyn die on that night? Well, the answer is pretty simple, really. You killed her. But how?
Hit her with a clock.
By hitting her in the head with that antique clock you keep so prominently displayed in your apartment. The lacerations on her head, the intracranial hemorrhaging, it's the perfect match.
In my apartment? How the fuck do you know what's in my apartment?
And like any good crime of passion, you needed motivation, something to fuel your violent outbursts. What did Evelyn say or do to make you murder her? She told you she was pregnant, and you panicked. Faced with the prospect of losing your easy way of life, you struck out at her in anger.
How That's impossible.
But now the final piece of the puzzle. Why was Evelyn's death never considered a murder investigation? Because your family, one of the wealthiest and most influential families in Shanghai, covered it up. But whose silence did they buy? Bell Tower. Your family's sizable investments in Bell Tower assured they would turn a blind eye to any of your run-ins with the law, no matter how serious.
Fuck this shit, man! And fuck you!
I can help you, Lee. But only for a price.
Alright, fuck! I can't believe this shit! I'll pay you, man! I'll pay you, just... What do you need from me?
Details. Let me hear your side of the story, and then we'll move on from there.
I don't know! Evelyn, that stupid bitch! She was going to ruin me. I didn't mean to kill her, okay? Evelyn wouldn't shut up about us, about the baby, so I hit her. I just wanted to make her shut her stupid mouth. But the dumb bitch started freaking out. So I hit her again until she finally stopped screaming. When I realized what I'd done, I panicked. She was barely breathing, so I carried her to the stairs near my apartment and dropped her. I had to make sure it looked like an accident. I had no choice. She trapped me. She just wanted my money. I would have been ruined.
I need to go. We'll be in contact again soon.
Huh? What about the evidence? And the money? Where the fuck you going?
Goodbye, Lee.
Goodbye indeed, sir. And this is where we're gonna pick up in the next episode.